Hi everybody, old guy here. I don't really know where I picked up this latest grouping of books, and I don't really know when. It's been over the last 2 to 3 months, I'm pretty sure, and most of them from thrift stores, I guess, that I walked into, or other stores. Not Blue Plate Books, which is my favorite used bookstore in the world, because I am not allowed to go in there unless it's a very special occasion, because I always walk out with the equivalent of the national debt. And, well, stop doing that. So, this is what I've found recently. Gauguin's Letters from the South Seas. I have no idea why I have this. Look at this, a H. Rider Haggard sort of a collection. It's got She and King Solomon's Mines and Allan Quatermain in it. Now, I've already read She, and you know, for as old as these are, and you know, at the beginning of the swashbuckling type of stage of fantasy, it's not bad. And Andre Norton, Shadowhawk, which I had not heard of before. Of course, that's not surprising, considering that Andre Norton wrote about 5,000 books. Look at this, Kenneth Clark's Civilization. Back in, I think it was 68, 69, something like that, they put out this, you know, highfalutin civilization series on TV, and I think this is the companion book. I'm not sure this is the original 1969 issue or not. I have to do a little research, but it's got a lot of prints in it, Pick, you know, a lot of the art that they covered in the series, so hey, why not? Herman Wouk's The Glory. I don't know about this book. I had never heard of it. Apparently Herman Wouk also wrote about 5,000 novels, so it's not surprising, but he has written some that I think are just outstanding. The War and Remembrance series, of course, so see what this one's about. Look at this, an F. Paul Wilson. The Select. I don't know if this is part of the Adversary cycle. I don't think it is. I think it's another one of his medical thrillers. No, it does not appear to be. There's actually the cycle listed if you want to zoom in on it. Or at least the cycle up to this point, because it changes all the time. The Eye of the World. The Great Hunt. The Dragon Reborn. And, of course, The Shadow Rising, the first 4 books of the Wheel of Time series. And let's see if I can get these up where they're sort of seeable. Yeah, look at that. And I'm not sure if these are first editions or if they're just reprints. They kind of look like, if they're not first or first printings, they're pretty close to it. I did not find these. My wife did, actually, and brought them home and said, hey, thought you might be interested. And really, I'm not that much interested in it. I did read most of the first one, but kind of stopped before I got to the end. I can't really say why. I guess because the story, the whole, you know, world building and the story that Robert Jordan did sounded like what everybody else was doing. and I didn't see enough difference in it to continue, but I'm willing to give it another shot. The Singularity is Near by Ray Kurzweil. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I don't really know that much about him and the other things that he's written. I have heard the name. I have heard from others that he's worth reading, so I'll take a look at it. Rawhide Ranger. This is supposed to be the story of a ranger back in the 1840s in Texas named Ira Ayton. Could be a little bit later than that, don't know. I believe this is nonfiction, kind of hard to tell. And it looks like it was a university press, so somebody's thesis. A Wilbur Smith Assegai, I guess that's how you pronounce it, which of course is the short spear that I believe it's the Zulus used in their fighting. I've never read Wilbur Smith. I mean, I see his books all the time. They look very, very interesting, and for some reason, I just never picked one up. I believe it's called River God is the big one. But now that I saw this, I said, okay, let's see what the fuss is all about. Another Stephen Hunter, a Bob Lee Swagger novel. And it just tells you right there that it's Bob Lee Swagger. G-Man. I have a lot of Stephen Hunters. A lot of the Bob Lee Swagger titles. I have a couple that are not. They're standalones, and what I really should do is bring them all together in one place so I can see what I've got. But I love me some Bob Lee Swagger, and I will be reading this one soon. Also love Scott Turow. I think he is shoulders and heads and light years above John Grisham, or practically every other courtroom procedural writer. I don't know this one, called Testimony, so should be a good read. Never had any problems with any of his previous work. Terry Johnson Windwalker. I have never read any Terry C. Johnston, and I don't know why. I guess it's just never run across them, and this, from what I understand, is the last of a particular series, so I probably shouldn't read it until I've read all the other books in the series. Let's see, who is this series about? Some guy named Titus Bass, so I'll see. And last but not least, another Nelson DeMille, Spencerville, which I have heard a lot about, but I have never read, so looking forward to it. Man, I need a lot more bookshelves. Old guy here. See you later.